This is an empty glass bottle. I am thirsty. I need grace. I will add to an empty bottle something for my thirst. Enough? A little more? Okay. Try that. Okay, more grace. This is plain low-fat milk, organic. I need grace because I asked for vanilla milk and I received plain milk. So I need grace that I can drink it at all because not permission. It's not what I asked for. Why ask for a list, right, Mitch? Mitch, hello. Mitchell, Scott, Altman, Moser, and maybe back to Altman, right? When we're done here. Well, I spilled. Yeah, I did. I spilled. I'm being careful and it spilled anyway. Oh, the plastic. Yeah, let me put that down. It's too late. I already spilled. Okay. Cap. I'm making blueberry milk. I'm working so that I can drink it with God's permission when other blessings have been denied. Like when you ask someone for a shopping list, and then if I say there's vanilla milk on the shopping list, if you don't find vanilla milk where you're looking for it, you have to look for vanilla milk someplace else and keep looking for it until you find it. And then that is what is for me. Yeah, the plain milk, I guess I got somebody else's milk and I'm blessing them with that. I'm making blueberry milk out of it. So Horizon, they don't need suggestions about how to make milk, but I want them to know I love the milk that I have because it's better than nothing. Well, it's good. Okay, let me try it. Shaking it again. Okay, try tasting it again. Well, now it's time for dreamsicle. So if the milk, I usually pour the milk into the soda. This time I have the milk on the bottom because I need to shake it in the bottle so that it will be blueberry milk. So blueberry kefir with plain milk, and then adding Dr. Pepper on top. But that's backwards because the Dr. Pepper goes on the bottom and the milk goes into the Dr. Pepper. Yeah, so well, I like it. Yeah, better than yesterday. Better than last night. I'm crossing my legs because I am homeless in the threatening, but they may not stay that way because I think I'm too short to cross my legs anymore. I'm going to die soon because my spinal column is not long enough. It's not full length anymore. It's not long enough anymore for my body weight, including my female genitals, feminine genitals on the Godhead. They don't go with my spinal column. It is not full length, full height, full size anymore. I don't have any karma is not true. I have karma and I can't be born again with all the karma. It's not that like you can do free karma on myself and someday I'm going to pay you back. Yeah. No, it's that I'll not get born again. Yeah. I wasn't going to anyway, but she made me shut off alive myself, took my body, Godhead, out of the order of creations all. Great. I hope you liked the houses. There were a lot of them. There were over 80 houses that I don't have the keys to that you invited me into that I can't be in. And I am in leverage to have the key of the house. And you won't even give it to me when I don't have leverage into alive anymore. Where are you going with that? We don't know where you're going with that because I don't have leverage into alive anymore. I don't have leverage into alive anymore because I don't have karma to be here ever. And what you did to me was so heinous. I don't have feminine genitals on the Godhead anymore. And I don't have any genitals on the Godhead anymore because these genitals on the Godhead are descended out of failure to thrive genitals on the Godhead because I don't afford them. So it's a blueberry dreamsicle with Dr. Pepper. Yeah, it's interesting. I like it. Last night I used the whole um of this at one time, and it was too much for the soda combination. This time I used half and the blueberry to taste. Blueberry kefir. What a grace to an empty glass bottle, huh? Not bad for that it won't fill itself. I would like to say to the camera that I am nearing myself deceased out of the door locking. AHKSHAAV. And I don't know anyone who has come by here and given me flowers and said, "Thank you for being our Godhead. We are sorry for the disappointment we are to you because we are low ones. That is because you are beneath the threatening that you would give me flowers because I am myself." The supermarkets have flowers in them. Smith's supermarket has flowers. Albertson's supermarket has flowers. Those two nearby here. One is on Charleston, nearest to, what's the crossroad? Oh, Bruce. And then there's Smith's at Sahara and Maryland Parkway. They both have flowers. And nobody's ever given me flowers because they were right there. I stand by the flowers just because I like flowers. And no one's ever given me flowers because I was right there. And then, of course, you have to pay for the flowers. Well, you could just go to jail. Would you give me the flowers and go to jail? Do you know that if I stand in the Smiths, you could laugh at yourself and you would enjoy yourself in jail for a short time? That I would be at the Smiths by a supermarket checker with one flowers arrangement, or what do you like, a bouquet of flowers. If you hand a bouquet of flowers to me in front of the cashier and say, "These flowers are for God from Smith's," the cashier should call the police and have you arrested. And I could stand there with the flowers, and the cashier can have everyone arrested for the flowers, and then I could just give the flowers back to the Smiths and I could walk away. You don't put me in jail if I leave the flowers in the Smiths. So, what is the threatening of myself deceased? I would like to know what you think about the Godhead having mental problems in a psychiatric hospital surrounded by strangers who eat food in front of me, and I get discharged from a hospital with a diagnosis. And I've also been told that I need to pursue employment and pay rent because you won't pay out keys to a house in a hospital. So you're pricing a house out of a mental hospital at maybe a $2 million retainer for a realtor, for them to hand over a set of keys to myself to a house. But they already know the address. They won't go to jail or prison for that, for the money or for the house. Of course, I don't have the money, but that's what that's like you're threatening, is that I have $2 million put away somewhere that I can pay a realtor if I want to live in a house. Otherwise, I don't afford that. When I was born, I just lost my house because I'm not a good enough person to hold my house around everybody else in public who all live in houses. You're just all very good people, and I just am not a good enough person to live in my own house, huh? Do you know that I lived with animals in my house? Yeah, but I don't live in a house right now. I want to live in a house, and I don't live in a house. And you have been sicking a sex offender on myself who would not go to prison for 23 years while he was living alone in my housing, unsupervised. When I was born in a house with 5 bedrooms and 3 levels, and you sicked this sex offender on myself for 23 years in a 1-bedroom apartment I was paying rent on. So I don't have a risk that way because he didn't pay the rent and I also paid the rent, or I didn't pay the rent and I'm alive here. You actually assert that I did not pay the rent and I am alive in here. I don't think so, because that's dial 911 on paying the rent and dial 911 on removing myself from the apartment, and it leaves every time in an ambulance to go to a hospital to be diagnosed with schizophrenia. Because you don't know there's no such thing as diagnosis in a hospital if there's more than one patient. Blueberry kefir, plain milk, and Dr. Pepper dreamsicle. Very interesting. Do you want me to make you one? I don't know. Are you a sex offender? If you're not a sex offender who refuses to go to prison because you're a sex offender, and that is why you're a sex offender, because you go to prison for being a sex offender. If you're not a sex offender to myself, I'm not making you a blueberry Dr. Pepper dreamsicle. Am I ordering a sex offending on myself? I'm not making one for you if you tear off my arms. I don't know you. So what if you say, make me a blueberry dreamsicle with Dr. Pepper, and if you don't, I, Hoopiness, am going to tear off your arms. Then I'll make you a dreamsicle right away, fat ass. That's what you are, announcers. You're going out of alive. I am putting you out of myself. All the male hoopiness ejaculate all over me and everywhere, all the way out of alive. Why weren't you thinking about it on your way out? Because you're still thinking about how I am going out of alive and you are going to leave me like God and you have a penis. You and your penis are gonna leave me like God with everything that's yours to yourself. And there is nothing that is mine to myself, to yourself, even though you have a penis. Do you have a penis? Are you under control? Are you going to tell me to have a nice day? My address is Fremont Gardens, Apartments, Las Vegas, Nevada. Are you going to tell me to have a nice day because you're under control? Because you're not really threatening my address? Because someone else will take care of it for you and your penis. You can't threaten me anymore. I dare you. Get in your car and come on over here. I dare you. I'm ordering an accident on your car. I'm that gun-cocked sure that you're not going to make it here. I'm not afraid of you. I am deceased. Who penises galore? Bend over, put your own penis in your own mouth. And if I still see a comment from a who penis on this video, I still think your penis is still there. You should put it in your mouth while you still can. I'm come!